How we doing, guys? My name is Frenzy and I'm back with another New World video today. This is something I've never done. I've never done a patch notes video, but seeing as I was live when New World themselves put out the tweet, I figured I might as well jump in, record and get it uploaded as quick as possible for you guys. So it's about 1 AM in the UK here. This technically says it's come out on the 27th, but from where I am it is the 28th, but I will jump straight in. I'll let you guys read this little bit here. It's basically going over what they're going to say in the patch notes, but we might as well jump straight in. Now, it says here that the US West will begin downtime at 11 PM Pacific, so I'm guessing that's to give them an extra hour ahead of the 10 PM for everywhere else, really. Let's just get straight into the fixes. Outpost Rush and server transfers. Not sure how long they're going to last, but we will see. I'm quite excited about Outpost Rush because it's not something that I've been able to do yet, because it's sort of come back in, left pretty much within a couple of hours. And the server transfers themselves, I was kind of waiting a while to do that, just to see where my friends were going, that kind of thing. But as time went on, they took it off. It meant it obviously wasn't then available for us. But it says here that US West will be enabled at 2 AM Pacific time. So when downtime is complete, after we monitor the server transfers in US West to ensure there are no issues are encountered, we will re-enable it for the remaining regions at 2 PM Pacific time. No server restarts are required. That's quite a big thing, because you would expect in a lot of traffic from people logging in and logging out there. So people will be trying to transfer across to a different server ASAP, and it's good that you actually don't have to restart anything there. Hopefully everything runs smooth so everyone can get to the servers they actually want to go to, join up with friends that they've not been able to play with, and just enjoy New World. Is what it's there for, right? Outpost Rush. Okay, now this is obviously something that I've not done yet, so I'm quite excited to do this, because once you reach 60, apart from just going around and doing some dungeons, you need the players to play with on a daily basis. And I felt like with my servers slowly losing the popularity that it's got, it's really quite dead, and you find yourself just playing with the same people every day, not through choice, but because they're the only people that are willing to do a certain boss or a certain raid, etc, etc. So I'm hoping that with this and a server transfer, bigger popular servers will be just able to flourish, and I'm glad that's going to be the case. So Central Europe, 7 PM Pacific time, 2 AM UTC on the 29th. Okay, so it's not going to be today, but it will be ready for tomorrow, which I'm excited about. Let's get on to the general changes. Remove the ever full starting beach to funnel new players through the other 3 locations to increase the probability of new players and friends being able to start together. Everfull was where I started on the main game. I mean, I knew the game already from the beta, so I didn't really have a trouble sort of going through, and I just joined up with friends at a later date. I can see why this is a good thing for newer people that are maybe joining into the game late, because if they're joining into the game late, the chances are they didn't play the betas. I would kind of just change it though, and have, where it's going to be new players only joining, just have a certain amount of people that are all joining at the same time, just start in one location. So at least as they're going through the early stages, you've got people around them. If you've got like 1 hour where like 100 people join, just put them all to first light, for example. I think that'd be a good way of changing that. The first house discount reduces the purchase price, but does not reduce taxes. However, the UI indicated to players that their taxes would be reduced, and it was only after purchasing the house and needing to pay the taxes that they discovered they had to pay full price. We will compensate any player who purchased a house before the UI fix went out with 2,000 coins. This was me. I fully assumed that it was just going to be half price for every single tax. First week, my taxes were quite low. Second week, I was completely bummed out. I just thought, hang on a minute, why are they rising week in, week out? Now they're pretty much capped. It's not really a problem at the minute, but when you're sort of a lower player and you save up for that big boy house, it's a big shock to the system when you got 1,000 coins going out every 5 days. I mean, that'll give me a couple of weeks to a free rent, should I say. Slightly improved performances within wars. Well, I mean, for everyone that's been involved in a war, you all know that it is insanely buggy, laggy, frame ratey, however many E's you want to add in there. Slightly improved the performance of the life staff with changes to the passive abilities, Mending Touch and Blissful Touch. Now, to be fair, I don't really know much about those passive abilities, just by name, so I wouldn't be able to tell you too much on that. In update 1.0.3, we corrected a bug causing companies to lose income from owning multiple territories or from failed war declarations. With this update, we are reimbursing lost coin revenue. The company treasury will be reimbursed for all lost coin revenue resulting from the issue. The revenue returned will not exceed the treasury cap. If a company has been completely abandoned, they will not recover lost coin. I mean, that was quite clear. We've increased the faction cap by 50% for each faction tier. We made the change so that players can earn extra tokens even if they've hit the reputation cap and want to save up while working to advance to the next faction cap. Here are the new values. Okay, so that's pretty decent, because I've always wondered that you have to reach your max to actually buy your weapons, I believe, from back when I was doing them anyway. And you got to your cap and you always lost tokens as you went over the top of your cap anyway. But I mean, I've got the bug where it's capped mine at 25k tokens, so I can't earn past 25k tokens, yet I've done the tier 5, so I should be able to get the 50k. So I mean, the first one of the general bug fixes down there fixed an issue where the faction token caps were not increasing after players had completed the rank up quests for their faction. I'm going to go from sitting at 25k to 75k, because that would be tier 5 there. I can finally buy some decent gear. Right, general bug fixes. We've done the first one there. It's been out since launch. I believe it was a problem in the beta, only a month late. It's alright, I guess. Fixed a rare issue causing world time to skip ahead or behind, which would subsequently cause a variety of issues across the world. I've not really seen that. Fixed an issue causing players to lose houses they owned in Cutlass Keys. Ouch. I've not heard of that one either. That would be pretty painful. Imagine going back to your house and realizing everything is gone. Fixed several rare server crash issues. I've had a few of them. Fixed an issue with the suspension ban notification showing incorrect times. As you know, your boy is a good boy. Okay. I definitely have not had one of these. Fixed an issue where players could use their world transfer token while they still had active trading post contracts. Maybe that is why they took everything off, who knows. Causing additional issues when the transfer resolved. Fixed an issue causing some AI not to spawn in the world as intended. I had that a lot in the beta. I've not really had that too much in the actual main game itself. Fixed an issue where Merkguard corrupted portals in Shattered Mountain were distributing higher tier gear than intended and respawning faster than intended. Fixed an issue where enemies in Merkguard corrupted portal events were dropping loot. Fixed an issue causing an unintended animation when interacting with the bubbling cauldron housing item, and an issue causing the ladle object to not appear in the player's hand while interacting. Fixed an issue with Star Metal and Orichalcum ore veins where large ore veins were rewarding small amounts of ore and small ore veins were rewarding larger amounts of ore. That was a mouthful. Fixed an issue where the war lottery timer would not pause correctly during the war lockout period. Fixed the render distance of the jack-o'-lantern pumpkin lights. Fixed an issue causing the GM chat tag to show to non-GM players. Fixed an issue causing armor textures to flicker. Fixed an issue in the Starstone Barrows expedition where the arcane protection was not protecting players from certain lasers. Fixed an issue where certain enemies in the Amorine excavation were invulnerable. Fixed an issue where the ice pylon would stay on an infinite cooldown. Fixed an issue where players could obtain rings that had 2 perks sharing an exclusive perk label and shouldn't exist on the same ring. Fix an issue causing the projectile visual to be absent from an ice gauntlet and ice pylon attacks. Fix an issue where players would be unable to complete a variety of game actions after fast travelling. I've not really had that. I do have one at the minute where after I finished a corruption, there seems to be like a brief period of 45 seconds to like, I don't know, maybe a minute sometimes, where I can't actually auto run. I just have to carry on as normal as if I'm just running about, and then the auto run will just start working again. It's really weird. Speculative fixes. Okay. The fixes below are tentative fixes and mitigations. Our goal is to get these changes out to see if the issues persist, so we can continue work on them and address in future update if need be. Fixed a war exploit where players could use an area of effect magic effects to capture rally points without taking damage. We've all seen this. This should be improved by the wall performance and lifestyle performance updates, but we will continue to monitor to see if the issue persists. We have fixed several known causes of the players being invulnerable. This issue is a top priority for our team, and so it should be, and we are continuing to track down fixes for additional causes of this issue. We have speculatively fixed the issue where players could get stuck after leaving Outpost Rush. This was a rare issue and our team was not able to reproduce it. We will continue to monitor during the rollout. Well, I would say not a bad load of fixes there. I've not been involved with too many of them, but there seems to be quite a lot of game-breaking ones. Especially the war situation and the AoE attacks. We had a lot of problems during the wars that we had where players were invulnerable and we just didn't know how they were doing it. They were just literally storming us being on defensive side, taking us down within like 8 to 10 minutes. It was utterly crazy. You just see players that were just standing on the flags and just not moving, and we had no idea what was going on. But now we obviously do. It's something that's jumped out in the general chat quite a lot. People will deny it, but we kind of all know where people's aims are. But it's the whole point of the game, is to win a zone, and there are going to be people that will do anything to win at all costs. But that is the planned rollout for this evening for you guys in the US, and for this morning for you guys in Europe. It's going to be probably just under 5 hours now. If this was something you guys liked, having the notes read out in video form so you can kind of listen to it instead of reading it, having maybe a little bit more of an explanation, then please leave me a like. And if you want to see more of these, please subscribe as well. Thank you very much. I've been Frenzy, and adios.